Ladies and gentlemen, at this point I will take you through a very brief presentation of the project we are launching in Bangladesh, and then we'll be doing a launch. Excellency, we were hoping to have you for the launch, if it's possible. Okay, thank you. So building sustainable horticulture in Bangladesh. This is a collaborative effort that Dutch Greenhouse Delta is coordinating, and essentially the role of Dutch Greenhouse Delta is to find ways to promote the Dutch horticultural sector globally, bringing together the players along the horticulture value chain, taking a fork-to-farm approach, really focusing on the market with key areas of geographic focus being China, India, and the Middle East, and working very closely with key stakeholders such as the government. DGD has a large number of companies that are represented within its membership, including logistics companies, greenhouse builders, seed companies, financial institutions. Some of the members are here today. You will be seeing them shortly. So in Bangladesh, we actually, in terms of the horticulture scenario, as was mentioned by many of the panelists, there is increasing demand for vegetables, fruits, and not just the demand, but to have safe and high quality as the consumer market's behaviors changes. And what we've seen from the current practices is that they're often low-tech with limited access to innovation and knowledge. There's a growing urban population, so it requires sustainable food systems and doing much more with the limited resources. And of course, we touched upon in the panel about the possible export potential. And three key challenges are around urbanization, of course, climate change, and food production and waste. So we undertook a study with the support of the Netherlands Enterprise Agency, RVO, and a few constraints were identified, particularly for greenhouse farming, one around trained personnel, having the availability of formal education to actually learn about greenhouse operations. Currently, it happens in a very informal way, where people from a new greenhouse will go to one of the established ones to try to learn and in a practical manner. Secondly, thirdly, around, of course, availability of indoor farming seed varieties, aftermarket services. So we need more players to enter this space to be able to serve greenhouses effectively. High import duties on certain inputs, and the seasonality. The summer cultivation is often seen as a challenge, though it is a very lucrative time of the year as the prices are rather high. As such, if greenhouses can be done correctly, we believe it also presents a very lucrative market opportunity. So this is a public-private partnership that is being launched as an initiative between Dutch and Bangladeshi partners under the Impact Cluster program of the RVO. And the Impact Cluster will have, as its key feature, a demonstration greenhouse for tomato cultivation suited to local conditions, and with it, a training program. There's a university locally, the Gazipur Agriculture University, as well as a knowledge institute from the Netherlands, Lentis. And in addition to this, the Dutch experts and partners will stay and remain connected throughout the 3-year period of this program, and then hand over the operations full-time to the local partners. And the vision for the collaboration, the local greenhouse owner is a large agribusiness called ACI, so they already have a lot of integration within their business units that really supports this type of an initiative. They, for example, have the largest retail chain in Bangladesh. They have a seed business, other input businesses, machinery businesses. As such, it makes a lot of logical sense to get into a mid-tech greenhouse. So it will be at their R&D center. And it will also serve as this hub for learning, demonstrations, testing to see what type of technologies are working well under the local conditions. And for the long-term interest, the curriculum and the training program will be absorbed into the Gazipur Agricultural University, and it'll be open for other knowledge institutes to come and take part in the training program, and any other companies as well, and other key stakeholders can come and learn from this training program, can take part and see the demonstration greenhouse in action. So it's very much an open program that looks to engage more and more companies to develop this sector overall. So it's a great time to think about launching a greenhouse, or if you have one, to improve its current performance. and of course to see how we can create in the future greater investments into this sector. So very quickly, it's about a little over a 2,000 square meter greenhouse set up for tomato cultivation, and it would also being set up in a way that it could be changed to other crops if necessary. There's integrated climate control and irrigation systems, and here we list some of the key equipment and inputs that are being provided. For example, cooling technologies, growth management systems, etc. And now, who are the partners? As I was mentioning, that it is supported by RVO under the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the Netherlands, and it's obviously coordinated by DGD, but here you see the logos of all the partners. As I was mentioning, ACI is the greenhouse owner. It is happening on their premises. Agrosur is the developer, the turnkey solution provider for the greenhouse. Bayer, De Ruyter, is providing the seeds. Dutch Greenhouse Delta, coordination. The Gazipur Agricultural University, part of the training program. Hogendoorn is providing the climate computers and the growth management systems. Koppert for biological control, and Lentis as the knowledge expert from the Netherlands, and of course supported closely by the Netherlands Enterprise Agency. So if you would like to stay connected, here's our QR code and find us outside. And at this point, it is my pleasure to request all our partners involved with the Impact Cluster program to please come on stage as we symbolically do a Dutch launch of this program. About a week ago at the Investment Summit in Dhaka, the Bangladesh launch was done of this program under a session organized by the embassy there under the agro-processing sector. So we're very pleased that we can launch here today in your presence. So Gert, Eric, Jorben, maybe we'll try to get this board up on stage if that's possible. Yeah. Nadia from RVO? Yeah, great. Just in the middle there. Take that off and stick it. Maybe for the embassy as well. Someone, I'll do these. Shall I ask someone from the embassy to do maybe agricultural university? Hi, would you like to join us representing the Bangladesh government? Since His Excellency is not with us. Freek is not here.
No, I was had another appointment.
I will ask you to do it with GAU. And as another fellow Bangladeshi for ACI, and I'll do Bayer.
You can do both. Yeah.
So, Ambassador is
Oh, he's here. Okay. Sir, please join us on stage and support us with our symbolic launch of our project.
I took a little oxygen break.
Of course.
Hi.
Government of Bangladesh.
Maybe So maybe to begin, there are circles around the map. No, we'll be placing it on the board over there. Maybe first I'll ask Nadia from the Netherlands Enterprise Agency to stick on a logo for RVO as well as the embassy in Bangladesh who are partnering with us. If we could possibly get some photos of each of that would be great. Thank you. Next, Mr. Gert Trouw for Dutch Greenhouse Delta as the coordinator. Thank you. Next, on behalf of the government, as we have a public university with us, Your Excellency, if you kindly for Ghazipur Agricultural University. In one of the circles you may choose. To keep the knowledge partners together, next Lentis. Lee, if you would like to place it next to GAU. Thank you. Now next I'd like to ask Eric from Agrosar. And may I ask Adam for ACI? Jorbrun on behalf of Hogendorn. On behalf of Koppert, Zikrubhai from the embassy as well. One of the circles. Thank you. We don't have Willem in the room. He could have done Bayer, the seed company, but I'll do it for Bayer.